Everyone to Gamescom Day 3. Alex Mendez here with Corey Dunn, and this is probably the coolest thing I've ever done in my entire career. How's it going, everyone? How's it going, Corey?
Man, it's doing good, man. It was crazy. So I got in a little bit later. The past few days, I've actually got here a little bit sooner, right before the event opened, so that way I can have the chance to be able to hop directly into the game. Yesterday, I get the chance to be able to play Obliteration for a while, but today I got in a little bit later. There's about a few hundreds of people leaving the venue, but there are thousands to replace them.
That's right.
It's just insane whenever you're trying to walk around Gamescom here at Gamescom 2013 in Cologne, Germany. Of course, here you're wanting to get a part of any type of Battlefield 4 action, and we're about to bring you some really great stuff here.
That's right, guys. So there we go. The guys are heading out, and that means we got to hop into the game. So let's go ahead and hop right into the action, as we actually have some we have some Conquest going on Paracel Storm. Of course, the map that we've been checking out all week long here at Gamescom 2013. I'm a huge fan of this map. And of course, guys, as always, we're going to be keeping track of what you were talking about on social media. And that includes Twitter as well as Reddit, our Battlefield, so that this way we can, always make sure that we're staying abreast with the community. Yeah,
for those of you that are kind of wondering about some of the different types, we're going to really kind of focus on each individual thing at each moment. So first, we can kind of take a look at the commander's perspective. You can go ahead and see that they're already doing UAV scans on that B point. And then they've also got the gunship that's in the air right there because it's controlled here by the Chinese. Again, just taking complete advantage of the spectator mode to really see exactly what's going on. So right out of the gates, it looks as if this Chinese team has taken complete control. Let's go ahead and start to look around. Now we're in the first-person view. We can take advantage of the squad list that is provided by the spectator mode. For those of you that are still kind of questioning, I get it. The fact that whenever you're in first-person mode in the game, when you're playing it yourself, you're still shooting at the orange. That has not changed. But in terms of the spectator mode, everything is labeled by the teams up at the top. You can look at the top, you can see that the Russians are currently blue and the Chinese are orange. And then, of course, some of you that are wondering about it as well, the factions are dynamic too. So if you want the U.S. team versus the Russians on here, the U.S. versus the Chinese, you can do so there, and they'll be properly color-coded as well.
Yeah, and also, a lot of things about the spectator mode that people have been asking me in regards to the squad selection. So you can actually see Corey cycling through the squad selection right there. Just jumped over to Alpha 25. He is currently going to be playing the Scout class. And the cool thing about this is that it's ever-changing, right? So Daniel Matros is one of the guys who designed this. Actually, he's the guy who designed this. He said to me the other day, we're going to constantly be revising it. And one piece of feedback that I gave him, I'm like, I really want to see this implemented, is you can see right there where it says Delta, you see kills 7, deaths 10. And that's great because it's giving you the squad's overall total kills and deaths. But I want to know what the individual is doing without me having to hit the tab button. And he said that is something that they are certainly going to be looking into putting into the spectator mode for us to use.
It makes sense currently because of the fact that, some players' names are, Elite Sniper 102, Alpha, Delta, Elko, whatever. I mean, the names go on forever, and so they're trying to fill in for that space. Of course, again, like you had mentioned, Daniel Matros is listening. So let's go ahead and hop in over to the Delta squad. We'll hop in here with Bravo 23 and just kind of take a look here from his perspective and why they're doing so well. That's his teammate that he's actually shooting at right now. As he's going to go ahead and chase him down, but he's going to realize exactly who that is. So I've had a bunch of questions about the communication rows, being able to see the different ways to be able to reply back to your teammates, also being able to communicate with your commander. I'll go ahead and give a quick brief rundown of how that works. You still have the chance whenever you're under some gunfire, when you've taken some damage, you can ask for a medic. You can say, I need a medic, or go, 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 affirmative, thank you. All those good things that you usually need, especially for me, I always need a ride. And usually I get left, but still, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'll say I'm sorry or whatever that I need to here in the communication rows as well. But if you're the squad leader, you do have the ability to request an objective, an attack or defend objective, or you can sit there and request a scan, request a supply drop. You can request an order, you can request a vehicle, and if a commander delivers some type of objective for you to do, you can actually accept or deny as a squad leader.
Really?
Yep, wow. So there you go. There's all the information that you want. Of course, we won't be able to show you exactly But there you go. You can accept, deny, you can request a scan, request a supply, order, and also a vehicle.
And mind you, this is all just with using features within the game itself, right? Using the commands that you have laid out to you. And you just saw right there that our friend Bravo 23 got taken out, hopping on board Bravo 16 here.
I got Bravo 17.
Bravo 17.
He's in the gunship right now.
Nice. So bear in mind that you should always be able to talk to your commander in TeamSpeak, or if you're an Xbox Live player, you know, probably whip out that party chat, you know, who knows. So, and we are going to get, because I know that's something I want to know as far as, you know, voice applications, right, what you can use in the game. So we are going to have a couple opportunities to do some interviews today, and we're going to be asking the people who would be able to provide those answers for you fine people.
Right, we'll be asking the questions of whether or not you can communicate with your teammates all across the radio command, and also asking whether or not the enemy can hear you whenever they're close to you, just kind of getting a real perspective. Again, there is realism in Battlefield 4, but also keeping the fun factor. You don't want to go super realism, but again, there's realism parts to it, but at the same token, it's still fun and enjoyable at the same time.
Yeah, and so then I want to get into some more of the finer details, right? Someone actually requested me, you know, about more support stuff. They were like, "Oh boy, we have not seen anyone use support class," and I won't lie to you, no one here at Gamescom's really whipping out the support class.
Let's see what Bravo 9's got.
Does he have it? Oh man, what squad is he in? He's in Bravo squad?
Oh, he's in Bravo squad. We'll keep looking around here. We'll go to Bravo 28 while we wait for some others to spawn in here. You can take a look right now. He's got the U100 MK5 here for the support class. We'll go ahead and go back into first person mode. He's going to be on the Chinese shooting at the Russian. That's going to be any of the blue indicators.
That's right. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the squad, the support class, and as well as the shotguns too, because that was something that a lot of people were asking me. They were asking me about the slug with the SPAS, right? The SPAS 12, which is the gun that I actually use. And I can safely report that that SPAS 12 slug, while strong, is not as deadly as it once was. It seems to be that the spread is a little bit more. You got to get close up on them for that one-shot kill. I did pick off 5 people though, but that is because I'm a baller. But I just want to let you guys know that it's not a long-range killer, or it's not something that is, you know, I guess overpowered. I really did, and he ended up getting counted on that one. So I ended up really enjoying that time that I spent with the SPAS 12 and the slug. But if you guys have any like detailed questions, I'm going to be here actually all day in the Battlefield booth just playing, and then I'll be able to answer questions individually on Twitter about some of the more minute details. Have been using a lot of the PDWs though. So far the PP2000, I believe, is the gun, is probably my favorite SMG, but I did use the UMP45, and I really enjoyed using that weapon. So I don't know, I've been finding a lot of guns that I've enjoyed playing, and truth be told, you actually see some dark gameplay if I'm correct. This is the, no, is this dark gameplay? I'm not entirely sure which
no, this is with the support, and so you can see what he's got right now. He's got the XM25 Airburst.
Dart earlier, it looked very similar to that. Yeah,
so just a quick little rundown for those of you that are shotgun users. Just overall, you've got the QBS-09, the 870 MCS, the M1014 Hawk 12 gauge, the Sega 12K, the SPAS 12, as well as the UTS 15 and the DBV 12. So those are all the different available here at this current point here in Battlefield 4 while we're in the Alpha Point. Now there was also a question while we were covering obliteration yesterday, or during day 2, was whether or not you could pick up the bomb while you were in a transport vehicle. So whether you're in an ATV, whether you were in a helicopter, any vehicle that is, as long as you're inside something. With that being said, from my recollection, we'll still ask the questions, we'll still do some more testing and figure that out, but I'm almost positive that you can't, because I tried to be able to pass over the bomb whenever I was in the helicopter. I'm a terrible pilot. That may be the reason why I wasn't able to pick up the bomb, but I'm going to go and assume it's very similar to capture the flag. Yeah, you're going to have to actually put the boots on the ground to be able to grab it. That's what I meant. So, you know, and I've seen that a few times. Another thing that I'm actually going to be bringing up here as well is the when you aim into like an objective. So like if I go through the ADS and I aim down the sights and look at C, which or any of the other like points of interest. Oh, that guy. Oh no!
Wow. there's no, it doesn't fade out, so it still is a very like bold color, and sometimes could result in you not seeing what's in front of you. Maybe once or it doesn't happen all the time, but it happens occasionally. That's something that I am going to be bringing up, because that certainly is something that is interesting to me, especially as a player that is very objective focused. I like to focus myself on, you know, make sure that the flags are secure and stuff like that. So something I'm going to be looking into without a doubt. We are going to be showing more recon gameplay as well, so do not worry about that. Hopefully we get some good snipers in there, but there you can actually see that levolution taking place as that warship ends up gliding right into the sea firebase island, and pretty devastating. And it does create quite a bit of a stir up there with the gameplay, because you have to go around the boat, and you only have one way, so it's ultimately this choke point. You can go on top of it.
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure that it didn't get lost in translation. You can utilize. There's a ladder right there that you can go up on top of. There was questions about whether or not you could use either one of these, the CRAM or the anti-air there, and you cannot. So those are both just fixed points there up on top. You cannot utilize them. Just kind of give you a general overview of what we're looking at there. So just kind of let's go ahead and browse around now. You can see here, we'll hop on with Bravo 31 currently. You know, one of the things I want to sit there and mention that we haven't done yet, we didn't say this at E3, we haven't mentioned it yet here at Gamescom. I love the blue tent. I'm happy we're back to this beautiful looking blue world that we live in, opposed to everything just seems so great. Colors were different there in BF3.
There was a point where game developers thought that everything needed to be brown.
Yeah, and I'm happy we're back to this.
And I'm glad that, you know, because I mean, you still
have the contrast of the fire in the background.
Yeah, you still have that though in some of the maps, because again, it's like certain cityscapes, you know, have that style to it, right? But when you go to like lush forests and whatnot, it shouldn't look bland.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Bravo 29 is 20-2. Bravo 17 is 17-1. So we'll stay here with Bravo 29, who currently has the most kills. So we'll take a look here exactly what he's been using so far. He's an engineer. He's got the CZ3A1. He's got the Cobra red dot sight, my preference as well. And he's got the flash hider and the angled grip. Taking a lot of damage though in that fire. So those of you that are kind of questioning whether the fire can make an impact on you as well.
It can.
Yep. Can't walk through the fire and flames, you will get burned.
Yeah, pretty much. Unfortunately, he killed himself though.
Yeah, there's ground there too. Just like diving in cliff diving, that same can make an impact here.
I do want to talk about something as well. This just goes back to some of the other weapons that I saw that people really wanted us to focus on. Was the, I believe it's the SA-18 IGLA or SA-9, it's the IGLA basically. It is the anti-air lock-on rocket, and at first I never used it before, so at first I was a little confused, and I was like, Corey, what do I do?
How do I shoot it, bro?
He's like, you have to stay locked on him. I was like, hey, okay.
Everything comes.
I can tell you right now, I was just tearing it up. Like anyone in the air and they saw me, I shut them down. But I didn't one-shot them. A lot of them were damaged, and then I ended up like being the finishing touch on it. But you got to stay locked on them. It's actually a really cool rocket launcher. Get a chance to use it, you know. So just some things that people were asking us, specific stuff that I wanted to cover on the stream. Very
similar to BF3, because it's the same type of use case. Just trying to be able to take out any anti-air. So there we go. So I mean, that's pretty much what we have there for the first kind of little look at here on Conquest here for Paracel Storm. Again, if you have any questions, make sure you send us a tweet. I am paying attention. I'm looking here through social media there on twitter.com. You can see at considerate_done or at goldenboyftw. Also, we're looking over on Reddit. That's our Battlefield. I may dive back into Twitch chat. I'm a little scared. I'm always nervous about doing something like that, but I'll probably do that as well, as long as you keep your comments to very constructive comments out there.
Yeah, and
I'd like to see that happen.
Yeah, well, that'd be awesome. Of course, going through the Twitters here to see if anything, if you guys are saying why do gunships have 4 seats compared to 2 in BF3? That's something that I guess we'll ask. But you can spawn into the gunship, and I think you could just spawn into it. I'm not even sure though because I think there's only like 2 guns on the gunship. I think it's just like the one on the left and the right. I don't know if there's a third and a fourth gun.
I've never, the times that I've tried to get in, there are already 2 players that were inside the gunship, so we'll do some better research on that to find out exactly. Again, Battlefield 4, even any of the other Battlefields, it took so much time to really to get into every single aspect of it, but we're trying to find out information for you while we're in the alpha stages, so whenever everything goes there into open beta, we'll take a look at that as well just along with you. We're going to get the chance to be able to play the beta whenever it comes out. I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be early,
I believe
during October. So stick around. We're going to have Patrick Bach, who'll be joining us here again here on day 3 here at Gamescom 2013. We got Alex Mendez, myself, Corey Dunn. We'll be back right after the break.